So, quick question. Why can't I pull the Master Sword out from this side? It just kind of strikes me as a design flaw. Hey everybody, Professor Powerline, and welcome back to more Let's Play Legend of Ocarina of Time. The last part we finished up virtually every side quest I can think of we can do up to this point, aside from a couple that I'm intentionally saving. But anyway, in this part we're getting back to the actual storyline. Finally. I know it's been a long time, but yeah, it's way past due that we get back to the actual storyline. No sooner than I say that, I remember that I actually forgot something that we really need to do before getting on to the next temple. I know this is kind of hypocritical of me for saying we're going to get back to the storyline and then doing one final side job, but in all fairness, I should have done this earlier and just forgot about it. As usual, my bad, but we'll get it done real quick. So, while I'm floating, I should mention there is a gold controller around here that I evidently haven't gotten yet, but I can't seem to figure out exactly where it is at the moment. And I didn't take enough time before this video to find it, so I'm just going to have to come back and get it later. My apologies on that. Second thing is, there should be some rocks here that you have to destroy with your Megaton Hammer, but I destroyed them and then saved, so they are not here anymore. My bad. Alright, what is in here is another Great Fairy Fountain. Oh joy, another Great Fairy, because we loved the last one so much. I wonder about the guy who programmed the Great Fairies. I mean, what on earth were you going for with these characters? Really? I mean, whatever. So, this Great Fairy is going to be, in my opinion, the second, okay, probably the most useful Great Fairy there is. I mean, one of them's got a really cool upgrade that we haven't got yet, but this is probably my, it's the most useful, but not my favorite. This one will double your magic, which is insanely nice, because in the next dungeon, and the dungeon after, and the dungeon, okay, in 2 dungeons we're going to be needing a lot of magic power, so this is really, really nice. Sorry I mumbled so much there, but yeah, we doubled our magic, so that is insanely nice, and we'll be having to use a lot of that, so very good, very, very good. Okay, and away she goes, lunatic. Okay, with that, it's time to get back to the actual game, or storyline anyway. So, while we're warping, I'll just go into some stuff. We did get a really clear hint for where to go for the next, stage, and that Navi's only hint for you is we should go where there's people to ask about the next stage, and that's supposed to be a hint to go where there's a lot of people, which is Kakariko Village. While I'm heading there, I'll mention one other thing. You actually can do the next temple out of order. You can do the 6th temple before the 5th temple. In fact, I accidentally did it that way on my first playthrough of this game. And I think the only one I actually ever finished. But, so if we wanted to, we could have done the 6th temple before the 5th temple. But we're going to do them in originally intended order, so, yeah. We're going to do them in the originally intended order. So anyway, just get Eponia here real quick. And real quick on Eponias, you may notice that you now have your arrows up there. Okay, I actually wanted you to move, Link, not dismount. That is because you can now do horseback archery, but it's only for catching big poes, which I've been doing off screen gradually to try and get the 4th bottle. You have to get 10 big poes and give them to that lady we're in the guardhouse. I've only gotten like 2 or 3 so far, so I'm not very close on that, but yeah, I'll be showing off horseback archery later. So right here we have possibly the second most intense cutscene in this game. Kakariko Village in flames. And I'll try not to ruin this potentially epic scene with too many lame jokes, but no promises. For starts, the Gold Skull house is burning down, because they don't have enough bad luck as it is. But, yep. And there's Sheik, which leads most people to believe this is her fault, his fault, its fault, I don't know. We're supposed to believe it's a he, but it's clearly a she, so whatever. And your eye is red. Why is that? And there's some cheesy animation right there. Or, not animation, but, really bad floating effects. So apparently what's going on here has to do with the well. And Sheik got owned. That right there is about as close to an action cutscene as this game ever gets, so don't get too excited. That thing right there doesn't have a name yet, so I'm just going to call it the Pixel Plague. It's just going to move around along the ground for a little bit. We can't actually see what it is just yet. We'll be able to see it later, but for now it just looks like a Pixel Plague. And here it comes. Link's got a spin attack, and... failure. Yep. Link lost. But for whatever reason, survived. I do not know why you wouldn't just finish off your worst enemy right there, but Link's still alive, so, yeah. So, here comes our explanation. Apparently an evil shadow spirit that Impa sealed away a long time ago finally got too powerful and broke out. And apparently she sealed it at the bottom of the well for whatever reason. Nothing like contaminated water supply for you. And here comes Sheik spoiling stuff. Sheik has gone to the Shadow Temple, and spoilers, there's Sheik says it, Impa is the 6th stage. And I think I said Sheik has gone to the Shadow Temple, but whatever. So yeah, the Shadow Temple is behind this village, and it is the 5th temple, and Impa is the sage of it, so at least we got all that out of the way. No suspense this time, but... Alright, now we learn the melody that draws us into infinite shadow darkness. Why would I want that? Why would you want to be absorbed into infinite darkness exactly? Why would I want a melody that does that? Exactly. Oh, whatever. So here we learn the Nocturne of Shadows. Just play this real quick. I screwed this up in my practice file pretty royally. Okay, I got game this time, so no worries. For some reason with the little shadow notes there, I'm always more intimidated about playing this song. I don't know what it is, but I can't play the song as well when those little shaded notes are there, so it's just me though. But now in the midst of a burning down village, which was extinguished by the rain, they're going to be playing music. Shows where their priorities lie. Stare at the ocarina epically, as always. And in true Sheik fashion, play the song, some random words for life, and... the flashbang wannabe. Boom. With elongated flash. How nice. Now real quick, I'll show you where the Shadow Temple is via that song we just learned. Okay, let's do this real quick. Okay, I get it, yep. Warp to the graveyard. Yep. The Shadow Temple is above the graveyard. And you can only get here with this song. Which is pretty big shift, I gotta say. But yeah, there's a tomb we to face. There's a pose that I could get if I wanted to, but I'm not going to. Yeah. So anyway, the Shadow Temple. You actually shouldn't go in there just yet. You can, but there's no point to it right now because we lack the weapon we need to beat it. So instead, what we have to do is go through a couple, actually a pre-dungeon, which, I guess is what we'll be doing in the next part. One quick thing here real quick, then I'll do my little exiting intro, and that is this piece of heart. Yay, piece of heart. I weaseled in 2 side quests when I said I was going to get back to the actual storyline. Hooray for weaseling stuff in. But yeah. So, alright, next time on Let's Play Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, we'll be doing the pre-dungeon of the Shadow Temple. The suspense is killing you, I know. Alright, so, see y'all next time.